everyone, welcome again to our channel Art Geology. So guys, today we are going to see a new topic of the paleontology series or lectures 5, that is the Trilobita. So guys, does you know anything about the Trilobita? Trilobita is actually a marine organism. If you see in this gifts, you can see this is the Trilobita and this is how moving. Actually, this is not a living organism. The Trilobita is actually extinct marine organism, right? ये अभी अर्थ सरफेस पे आपको नहीं मिलेंगे. So we are getting the Trilobita in only fossils form, right? Which is preserved in the earth surface. So Trilobita has been placed to the Arthropoda because they have some chitinous exoskeleton. If you see, this is the hard part. Okay, this is the exoskeleton which is protect this particular organism. So this exoskeleton is made up of from the chitin. Okay, that's why this is the chitinous exoskeleton, and they have pair of jointed limb. So if you see carefully, these are actually jointed limb. Let's see about the basic morphology of Trilobita. You can see here an antenna like structure, right? So this is the two antenna, and this is the big eye, and this is the hard cover which is a chitinous exoskeleton, and they have limbs. They are generally bimerous appendage. We will see what is this. So there are these kind of creepy animal which is generally come under the Arthropoda. Why we put Arthropoda now, you get, right? Because they have exoskeleton, because they have pair of jointed limbs, right? So that's why we will put this particular class into the Arthropoda. So Trilobita first time appear generally in the lower Cambrian age. Okay, that's why they are actually very excellent stratigraphy marker of the Cambrian period. And generally you can get the Trilobita in shallow water as well as deep water. So suppose this is the ocean basin, right? So there is a two terminology. Okay, first one is the pelagic, second one is the benthonic. तो पिलेजिक में भी दो टर्म आते हैं, बेंथोनिक में भी सेम दो टर्म आते हैं. सो पिलेजिक इज एक्चुअली डिफाइंड एज द टू प्लैंक्टन or planktonic, and second one is the nekton. And here in benthonic they are actually divided into two, sessile, and next one is the vagrant or vagile. Both are the same thing, vagrant and vagile. So let's see first about the pelagic. So pelagic is generally they live at the upper surface of water. Okay, this is the ocean basin और ये यहाँ तक upper surface है. Okay, तो यहाँ पे जो भी organism रहते हैं they are generally known as the pelagic organism. And here two term plankton which have no locomotory organ, which means कि उनके पास swimming करने का कोई भी like wings और कुछ भी नहीं है. They are just, you can see the free floater. जहाँ पे करंट उनको ले जाए, ओशन वेव ले जाए, वो वहां पे फ्लो करते हैं, राइट? So they just flow according to their wave or water current, right? But nekton is actually the swimming organism. वो यहाँ पे swim करेंगे, बट प्लैंटन जैसे जैसे वेव उनको लेके जाए वो वैसे मूव करेंगे. बट बोथ प्लैंटन एंड नेक्टॉन एक्चुअली आर pelagic which live at the upper surface of the ocean. But in the case of benthonic, they live at the bottom surface, or you can say sea floor. They generally live bottom surface of the sea or sea floor, right? And they are divided into sessile and vagile. Sessile generally attach with the sea bottom. Suppose this is the bottom surface of ocean, and here they are attached themselves with any kind of structure, like they have rod like structures, right? Or bices or thread, anything which attach themselves with the sea floor. But vagrant are capable of moving on the sea floor. They move freely, but yeah, they move, but they move only the sea floor. ये upper surface पे आपको नहीं मिलेंगे, right? These are only get at the bottom floor, and they move freely at the bottom surface. So this is two kind of bathymetric distribution of organism, and here especially in Trilobita they can get both kind of the nature. They have pelagic in nature also, they have benthonic in nature also, right? They have some species which live at the upper surface of the sea floor. But guys, जो upper surface पे रह रहे हैं at the time जब उनकी death होगी, they sank down and settle at the bottom, and they form होंगे Trilobita के. They may get at the upper surface, but when they die got sank down and deposited here and preserved, right? So this is the habitation about the trilobita, and why we call it as the stratigraphic marker of the Cambrian period. Let's see, this is also known as the index fossil. Trilobita is good index fossil of Paleozoic era, right? Suppose this is Paleozoic, and Paleozoic का division, guys, you know, this is COSDCP, right? COS DCP. Cambrian, Ordovician, Silurian, Devonian, Carboniferous and Permian. So you can get the ट्राइलोबाइटा इन होल पैलियोजोइक एरा. आपको ये हर एज में देखने को मिल सकते हैं, बिकॉज ट्राइलोबाइटा इज हैविंग लार्ज डाइवर्सिटी. ये बहुत डाइवर्स थे एंड दे आर मोर अबंडेंस, डाइवर्स, मोर अबंडेंस इन होल पैलियोजोइक एरा, राइट? बट आफ्टर पीटी बाउंड्री मास एक्सटेंशन के बाद उनका एक्सटेंशन हो गया. सो आफ्टर पीटी बाउंड्री यू कांट गेट द ट्राइलोबाइटा, उसके बाद वो एक्सटिंक्ट हो गए. So that's why we call it as the index fossil of Paleozoic era. And guys, index fossil is also known as the marker fossil. And guide fossil. We call it as the guide fossil because they have very excellent stratigraphic marker, right? That's why this is very much used. So guys, let's talk about the trilobita classification. कोई भी phylum पढ़ने के लिए first we have to know their classification, their taxonomy classification. First is the kingdom, which is Animalia. Obviously they are organism, right? तो वो Animalia में आएंगे. अब अगर ये plant होते तो we call it as the Plantae, kingdom Plantae, right? But these all are the organisms, so that's why Animalia. Phylum is the Orthopoda, right? Class is the Trilobita. So guys, what is the meaning of Orthopoda? So if you split these two words, ortho and poda. Ortho means jointed and poda means generally a foot. This is a Greek word. Orthopoda is a Greek word which means ortho means jointed, poda means foot. So orthopoda is those kind of organism which have jointed foot and elongated segmented body, right? Suppose this is any organism, right? There, this is the head and this is the abdomen part and here the tail. Okay, tail like this. So suppose कोई भी organism, let's see the cockroach one, which is a good orthopoda, right? So this is cockroach. So they have jointed leg. Okay, they have antenna also. And one more thing, orthopoda are the highly organized bilateral symmetry. If you draw a line from the center, you have a mirror images. It means they have bilateral symmetry. So it's clear, जितने भी ऑर्थोप्रोड होंगे उनके कुछ क्राइटेरिया होंगे विच इज कॉमन इन एवरी काइंड ऑफ इंसेक्ट, राइट? So they have segmented body, they have jointed leg, they have a exoskeleton. This is the exoskeleton, you can say the cover, the hard cover, which is made up of the chitinous. That's why this is known as the chitinous exoskeleton. And they have pair jointed of limbs, okay? And they also have antenna like structure, okay, which is used for the sensing. These are actually sensory organ. So this is all about orthopod. So orthopoda is actually highly organized ये बहुत ज्यादा. अगर कोई क्वेश्चन पूछे कि which phylum is the largest phylum, so answer will be Orthopoda. Orthopoda is the largest phylum of the kingdom Animalia. Generally, third, fourth of known living species of animal are like sea living crabs, lobster, land living flies like spiders, centipede, bees, butterfly. You can see cockroaches, even spiders, mosquito. These all are come under the Orthopoda. And the Trilobita is actually extinct one. And now class Trilobita. Okay, so we will see Trilobita in next slide. So see, this is the beautiful diagram of Trilobita. This is the anterior position, this is the posterior position. Here the head. Cephalon is actually head. and thorax is our abdomen part, and pygidium is actually tail. So you can see the trilobita is divided into three: head, thorax and pygidium. And this is the anterior position and this is posterior, right? And this is the cephalon. And this is the whole thorax and this is the whole pygidium. Let's see some intro part of the trilobita. They are extinct animal. We already know that these are the extinct marine or animal, and they are first time appear, and the first appearance of trilobita in fossils record define the base of early Cambrian period, 245 million year ago. Okay, and generally they are flourish, means they have a large abundance mostly in lower Paleozoic era, and after Devonian they fewer in number, वो धीरे धीरे कम होने लगे. Okay, and after PT Permian Triassic boundary they are actually totally extinct. The trilobita is finally disappeared in the mass extinction at the end of the Permian. We guys know what is the PT boundary, right? PT boundary mass extinction. Permian Triassic extinction event. This is also known as the Great Dying. Why Great Dying? Because this is actually the largest extinction, and 83% of the genera, 90 to 60% of all species, about 70% of the land species generally extinct during this particular mass extinction. That's why this is known as the Great Dying, because lots of the animal actually extinct this particular mass extinction. So because of this extinction, the highly evolved invertebrate trilobita is actually restricted to only Paleozoic era, और इसके बाद वो फिर हमें मिले नहीं, वो extinct हो गए totally. So let's see their lifestyle. They are generally moved over the seabed. We know that's why they are benthonic in nature. They are predator, scavengers, filters, feeders, or feeding on the planktons. Planktons generally small plants like seaweeds, and zooplanktons, which is small organism. So guys, you know about the filter feeder. It means suppose any organism live in the ocean and they used to feed the suspended particle, right? Suspended edible organic particle, जो भी होंगे, कोई भी organism die किए, decay किए, तो उनके जो organic part होंगे, they are suspended in the water, right? And these particular organism or कोई भी organism, when they used to feed, firstly they used to filter these suspended organic particles and they feed them. So that particular organism is actually called it as the filter feeders, and predator scavenger you guys already know. So this is the whole Arthropoda family. If you see, this is the mosquito, centipede, moth, beetle, spider. This is the trilobita which is extinct, right? Crabs, lobster, all these are actually the subphylum of Arthropoda. So if you see carefully, they have unique features. They have jointed leg and they have segmented body, and these are actually segmented in nature, and they have some antenna also, and one more, they have hard exoskeleton. See, every organism have hard exoskeleton. So let's see about the trilobita. So tri means, if you look carefully, trilobita word you can split into three. Tri means three, lobe means lobe, and bita means, a bite means piece. Okay, so it means trilobe means they having three lobes. Okay, three lobes, which is, you can see they are the transverse in nature, transversely divided into three part, right? This is part 1, part 2, and this is part 3, and longitudinally also, and these are actually divided into 3 longitudinally also, right? This is the one part, right? Another like this. So this is 1, 2, 3. So see, cephalon is the one part, thorax is the another part, and pygidium is the third part, right? So they are transverse division, right? And how longitudinally divided? This is the axial lobe. So this is divided 1, okay, and this is, so this is axial lobe, and these two are actually lateral lobe because they are laterally present, right? So यहाँ पे आप, this is the right lateral lobe, and this is the left lateral lobe, right? So they are actually divided longitudinally in 3 pieces. 1, 2, 3. So that's why trilobita. I guess you guys understand.